Hey everyone, welcome to Chozo Archives, where we discuss all things Metroid related. Today we're going to be talking about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, an upcoming Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 title that will supposedly release later this year. The development of this game has been anything but smooth, and it has left a lot of fans wondering, will Metroid Prime 4 Beyond be bad? Well, the answer to that question is no. Let me elaborate. I will say there are some real concerns that people have had and still have for this game, but I truly believe that this game is going to be everything we've been hoping and waiting for so many years, and I'm going to tell you why. Let us begin. Alright, let's address the elephant in the Hunter-class gunship. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was given a release year of 2025 back when the announcement trailer dropped last June. Nintendo then doubled down, confirming it would still release in 2025 just a few months ago during the March Nintendo Direct. At the time, a lot of people were speculating that maybe we weren't getting the exact release date yet because it would spoil the Switch 2 release date. Which, well, that wasn't the case. So what's the deal, Nintendo? I can't say that I'm 100% confident that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will still come out this year. My only hope at this point is that they are planning to make it a holiday release. To me, this would make sense for Nintendo because Prime 4 is going to release on both the Switch and the Switch 2, and maybe they're trying to capitalize on one more wave of original Switch and OLED Switch sales from people not willing to spend the $450 to play Prime 4 on the Switch 2. Only time will tell. But if I'm right, we'll likely get an official release date soon. I don't think this release date uncertainty is necessarily a bad thing though. I mean, just look at Breath of the Wild, for example. It was supposed to come out in 2015, but then it wasn't released until 2017, which is absolutely atrocious, yet we all know how amazing that game turned out. Just because a game's release date gets delayed doesn't mean the game itself will be bad. Metroid Prime 4's timeline has been very messy, there's no denying that. The most significant hiccup occurred back in 2019 when Nintendo scrapped the project that Bandai Namco Studios had been working on since the 2017 announcement of the game. They then completely restarted the project with Retro Studios, who made the original Metroid Prime games. I won't lie, as a fan, I was so disappointed when this happened, mainly because I felt like I had already waited too long for the game. However, looking back, I am grateful that Nintendo had enough respect for the fans to take those necessary steps if the original product was not meeting their expectations. The last thing Metroid fans, especially Metroid Prime fans, needed was another bad game. That all being said, based on the trailers and the gameplay footage we've seen so far, my hopes for this game are so high. It looks beautiful. Despite all the setbacks, I knew I could trust Retro Studios to produce something that respects the originals. Even though most, if not all, of the staff that worked on the original games are gone or retired at this point, they have clearly done an amazing job at making something that looks and feels like a modernized continuation of the original games that I love so much. This last thing kinda makes me angry, I'm not gonna lie. I have recently been seeing a bunch of trolls online talking about how bad the game looks. I've heard, oh, PlayStation 3 graphics, or the art style should be more like Elden Ring. No. Just no. I legitimately cannot tell if these are actual opinions people hold. To each their own, I guess, but as someone that's been obsessed with Metroid, specifically Metroid Prime, as long as they've been conscious, I can honestly say that I love how Metroid Prime 4 looks, especially on the Switch 2. The art style is very true to the originals, it runs at 4K 60 FPS, or 1080p 120 FPS. Like, I don't really know what else you could ask for with current gaming hardware. I have to believe that the vast majority of fans agree with me on this, but let me know in the comments if you don't. Anyways, back to the video. All the concerns I've brought up so far do not worry me at all. I think Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be an amazing game and an instant favorite of mine. That being said, the only thing that does worry me regarding the potential success of the game, not the quality, doesn't actually have anything to do with the game itself, but rather Nintendo as a whole. It's those prices, man. $450 for a base Switch 2 with no accessories? $70 to $90 for a new game in this economy, it's a lot. Personally, I will be buying a Switch 2 and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond because I've just waited so long for this game and I want to play it at its highest level. But for the casual to average fan, I can understand them not thinking it's worth it. Thankfully, the game will also be released on the original Switch, which will make it much more affordable and accessible for most people. And with that extra availability, hopefully Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will receive the success and praise that it deserves. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I personally think that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be a fantastic game, but let me know in the comments what you think. Please consider subscribing for more Metroid content in the future, and as always, you guys, have an amazing rest of your day.